The Settlers High School looks forward to the return of our grade 8 and 9 learners. But school as you know it has changed. You and your parents have been emailed the following information documents. The GET Information Circular informing you about the arrangement for your return to school. A list to indicate your new class for the remainder of this year. And the new GET timetable. If you have not received it, visit the school website, click on Coronavirus Hub and scroll down to Latest Circulars. To ensure that the school can maintain the correct physical distancing as well as not exceed the prescribed 50% capacity, the school days will be as follows. Grade 8s on Mondays and Tuesdays, Grade 9s Wednesdays to Fridays, Grade 10s Mondays and Tuesdays, Grade 11s Wednesdays to Fridays, and Grade 12s Mondays to Fridays. The grades 10 to 12 learners will have all their classes inside the main building, while the grades 8 and 9 learners will have all their classes in the Reeler Hall, Gilbert Room, Hobbs Hall, and mobile classrooms. Therefore, the junior and senior learners will never share any classrooms or break areas on the days when they attend school. Before your return, it is important to know the 5 golden rules. 1. Always wear a face mask. The school will issue you with 4 masks, but you must wear your own mask when arriving on the first day. 2. Keep the minimum physical distance of 1,5 meters. 3. Ensure hygiene by washing and sanitizing your hands frequently. 4. Cough or sneeze into your elbow. And 5. Stay at home when you feel ill. These rules can easily be remembered by using your fingers. The thumb reminds you to wear a mask. Because of the distance between your thumb and index finger, it serves as a reminder of the physical distance that should be maintained. The middle finger reminds you of hygiene, washing and sanitizing your hands frequently. The ring finger should be a hint to cough into your elbow, and the pinky finger reminds you to stay home when you feel ill. You are expected to follow these rules at all times, before, during, and after school. Learners who compromise the COVID-19 safety protocols will be sent home. On arrival in the morning, you will notice the 1,5 meter markings in and outside of the school premises. When you are with your friends, ensure that you maintain physical distance and greet each other using your elbow only. Hugs or handshakes are prohibited. Wherever you're going to stand or sit, be cognizant of the physical distance markings all over the school premises. Always make sure that you sit or stand on a marking and not between markings. You have been allocated to new, smaller class groups of 15 to 20 learners based on your creative arts choice. You must know your new class code before you arrive at school, as you must line up in the queue applicable to your new class. You will find your new class code on the list attached to the COVID-19 GET Information Circular. Upon entry, you must line up for screening. Please note that you may not be anywhere on the premises without first reporting for screening. Classes A, B, C, D and E report for screening at the changing room entrance of the Loewenstein Center. Use the physical distance markings next to the Reeler Hall while you wait to enter the screening area. Classes F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M and N report for screening in the Kochekwa Court. Line up in the queue applicable to your new class. Make sure that you stand on the white lines while waiting to be screened. Your temperature will be taken and you will be asked the following questions. Your temperature? It should not exceed 37.5 degrees. Do you have a dry cough? Do you have shortness of breath? Do you have a sore throat? Do you have a runny tummy? Do you have a sense of smell? And to your knowledge, have you been in close contact with a COVID-19 positive person? Once your screening has been completed, Proceed to the sanitizing station and use the foot pedal to dispense the sanitizer for your hands. Sanitize your hands thoroughly so that you also include the thumbs and fingertips, the areas often missed. You will receive a sticker to allow you into the building. This sticker must be visible at all times, as no learner will be allowed to enter a teaching venue if you have not been screened. You may now enter the school building as follows. Classes A, B and C proceed into the Reeler Hall waiting areas. Classes D and E proceed into the Reeler Hall waiting areas if you arrive early, or move directly into the Gilbert room via the indoor stairs as from 7:45. Classes F, G and H proceed into the Hobbs Hall waiting areas. Classes J to M proceed into the tuck shop quad as a waiting area before moving to the mobile classrooms via the tuck shop quad doors. You will notice the physical distance marks inside the halls and tuck shop quad. Should you arrive at school early in the morning, you must use these markings to ensure the correct physical distance when socializing or chatting to your friends. Once you have been screened, you cannot exit the area and you will move to your classroom area immediately. Your teacher will sanitize your hands once again when entering the classroom. You will remain in your allocated class for all your lessons, as the teachers will be rotating between classes. You have received the GET timetable with your GET information circular. You will receive a printed copy during your orientation on the first day, but it is important that you pack the correct books, as the academic lessons will start from the first day. You will receive a care pack with your masks and safety instructions. Never touch the fabric part of the mask. Put on the blue mask by placing the one elastic over your head and the other elastic over your ears. When removing the mask, remember to avoid contact with the material. To put on the black mask, place the elastics on either side of the fabric over your ears. During break times, grade 8 and 9 learners may only use the following areas: the pavilion next to the Reeler Hall, the area between the Reeler Hall and AstroTurf, the walkway between the swimming pool and rugby field, and Fairfield. Always use the physical distance markings while socializing. No ball games or dominoes will be permitted, as these games do not allow for the minimum physical distancing between people. Balls and dominoes will be confiscated and discarded. Please pack your own lunch, as there will be no tuck shop or vending machine available. Grade 8 and 9 learners may only use the bathrooms inside the Loewenstein Center. The number of people allowed inside the bathroom may not exceed the number of cubicles or urinals. Remember to sanitize before exiting the bathroom. There will be 3 bells signaling the end of break. The first bell is for the teachers to return to class. After the second bell, learners will return to class. Use the physical distancing marks as you wait for the teacher to sanitize your hands before entering your classroom. After break, you must enter the venue as follows. The Reeler Hall, use the side doors on the AstroTurf side. The Gilbert Room, use the main entrance at the fountain. The Hobbs Hall, use the side door on the swimming pool side. The mobile classrooms, enter your class via the mixed quad area. Please note that you may not be in the mixed squad during break time. The lesson will start after the third bell. The official school day will be from 7:50 to 1:30. Screening starts from 7 in the morning, and you must have completed the screening by the start of the school day at 7:50. No learner will have access to the premises before 7 a.m. The academic day will end at 1:30 p.m. Scheduled assessments will start from 2 p.m. At the end of the school day, grade 8 and 9 learners may only exit the premises at the gate next to the AstroTurf. Lessons will be 45 minutes each. All learning areas will be covered in grade 8. However, Life orientation will be presented as a weekly online lesson that can be downloaded from the COVID-19 grade classroom. Learners will be able to make use of the school Wi-Fi to download these lessons if they do not have connectivity at home. In grade 9, technology has now been excluded from the curriculum, as it will not impact the FET subject choices in any way. All other learning areas will be covered during the days at school. Grade 9 learners will have a contact-based life orientation lesson to assist them with subject choices and career guidance. There will also be a virtual subject choice evening in October. As the grade 8 to 11 learners will not be at school every day due to the changed circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic, teaching will now need to follow a blended mode of contact-based and distance learning. The focus for the days at school will be the presentation and explanation of content. Work packs will be printed in time to hand out before the days when the learners will be at home. These work packs or other homework activities will reinforce the content covered in class. Whenever online activities are required, it will be posted to the COVID-19 subject classrooms used during the original lockdown. These activities will be available for download on the days when learners are at school. Activities may also include pre-reading or preparation for the next section of work. Assessments or tests will be scheduled on the following days: grade 8, Mondays, and when needed on Tuesdays. Grade 9, Wednesdays, and when needed on Thursdays. All assessments will start at 2 p.m. You will receive a detailed fortnightly assessment timetable after your first week back at school. Please note that in order to meet the promotion requirements at the end of the year, learners will still be required to present a valid medical certificate or signed affidavit for any assessments missed. The regulations pertaining to learners in quarantine or self-isolation are explained later in this video. To avoid possible contamination, the uniform arrangements will be as follows. Uniform for grade 8s will be compulsory on Mondays. We are aware that some grade 8s have not been able to purchase winter uniform. Thus, we will accept either winter uniform, summer uniform, or the official school tracksuit. Learners may wear comfortable civvies on Tuesdays. The civvies and uniform rules as per the school's code of conduct will apply. Grade 9s must wear comfortable civvies on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Winter or summer uniform will be compulsory on Fridays. The civvies and uniform rules as per the school's code of conduct will apply. Our friendly and hard-working amenities personnel will be sanitizing all the desks, chairs, doorknobs and other surfaces daily. The school has purchased fogging machines to ensure that the building is deep cleaned with certified antiviral chemicals every Tuesday and Friday afternoon. For this reason, the building will be locked from 2 p.m. on these days, unless the fogging schedule has been adjusted to accommodate a Tuesday test. On 6 July, all parents received an email regarding the options for schooling as stipulated by the Department of Basic Education. Distance learning applications for GET will close on Friday, 21 August. The details are stipulated in the correspondence sent on 6 July, but it is important to note the following. Distance learners will receive recordings of the lessons happening in class via a special Google Classroom that will be made available once the application is approved by the Western Cape Education Department. These recordings will run with a 24-hour delay. All assessments must be done at the school. Learners will receive information regarding the times when they must report for an assessment. Desks have been allocated in the large venues for this purpose. Learners approved for distance learning may not attend school other than for the completion of an assessment. Should a learner wish to rather continue to attend school, the distance learning application must be withdrawn in writing. When a learner must quarantine as a result of being in close contact with a COVID-positive person, or when a learner must self-isolate as a result of testing positive for COVID-19, the following procedure must be followed. When the learner has tested positive, A copy of the test result must be emailed to Mrs. Hall. When a learner must quarantine as a result of a family member or other close contact testing positive, a copy of the test result of the positive person, as well as stating the reason why this test affects the learner, for example, it's the father and they live in the same house, must be emailed to Mrs. Hall. The learner will then receive a code to access the distance learning classroom for the duration of the time in quarantine or self-isolation. The test result will also be regarded as a valid proof for assessments missed during this period. During these unfamiliar times, we are all facing our own fears and apprehensions. We have to train ourselves to become alert and not fearful. We must learn to adapt and embrace change in order to assist us to face our fears. We must focus on what we can control, and at this stage, we can only control our own attitudes and actions. While the school will try its best to ensure that safety protocols are followed, it is even more important that each learner accepts the responsibility to follow the safety protocols, and these must also be reinforced at home. When we substitute old, comfortable behaviors with new and unfamiliar ones, it burns self-control. Therefore, you must understand that you will be exhausted while trying to acclimatize to this foreign environment. When you have this awareness as well as practicing the 5 golden rules, you will quickly become accustomed to this new normal. Over the years, we have proved that there is strength in unity. Let us support our government's efforts to stop the spread of COVID-19 and make South Africa a better place for all.